The truth about belly fat workouts, things like legs, bums and tums, ab melt, ab blast, so on and so forth. Now, first of all, I don't want to terrorize people. That's not the purpose of this channel. But how big you are around your waist is a very, very clear indication of your mortality. So if you have a really big waist, it is likely that you have high visceral body fat. Now, if you have high visceral body fat, your incidence and prevalence, statistically speaking, of you getting type 2 diabetes, heart attack, stroke, and cancer dramatically goes up. Now, I guess the question that you're all asking, and the reason that you've searched for this video, is can I spot reduce just belly fat? Can I get this bit of my body that I'm not happy with and simply target that alone? Well, I hate to say this, but yes and no. Let's start with the yes. Let's try and be positive. So, I mean, you can, in a way. So the problem that you're having is you've created loads of adipose tissue because you've been lazy and you've been eating things you shouldn't and you've lacked discipline and you've been weak and you've got out of bed too late, you've gone to bed too late, you've had a drink, you've had a cake, so on and so forth. It is your fault. So first of all, stop saying that it's not your fault. It is your fault, but you can deal with it. And this is how. So the problem that you're going to have is when you're losing the fat, if you manage to get that far, you're going to be left with loose skin and saggy skin. Ozempic, for example, if you inject Ozempic, you merely suppress your appetite. So you're going to be eating less because you feel sick. You don't necessarily know anything about macromanaging. You don't know about having 1 gram per pound of body weight that you want to be of protein. You're just eating less calories. So let's say you're a pear shape and you cut your calories right down. You're going to go from being a big pear to a small pear. So let's say you've done that. You're not really getting the outcome that you want, which is the desirable body, like the hourglass body if you're a woman, the sort of V-taper if you're a man, because you've got no real knowledge about how to utilize macros for muscle hypertrophy. So the way that you become not just a big pear to a small pear, you're moreover an upside down pear. So hourglass, tiny waist, broad up top, still keeping the body fat where you want it, right? The way to do that is by calculating your macros, which we've put in many, many videos before this, and lifting weight efficiently, which we've done in many videos before this. So can I spot reduce belly fat using specific workouts? Well, yes, you can, as long as your diet's in keeping, but it's not what you think. It's not doing a million sit-ups. It's not doing ab melt, ab blast, ab torch, legs, bums and tums, things like that. It's metabolic workouts designed to increase muscle hypertrophy as much as possible, so growing as much muscle as you possibly can, whilst maintaining a calorie deficit. And not a massive calorie deficit, not like depleting yourself to the point where you become a bag of bones. You've got to do it very, very slowly. You've got to lose between 1 and 2 pounds per week for a sustained period of time. The reason for this is you have to keep your hormone profile in check. If you dramatically reduce your calories, you're going to mess up your hormones. You're going to mess up your testosterone if you're a man, and your estrogen and your progesterone if you're a woman. And that leads to many, many problems. That's a separate video. So let's dispel a massive misconception. Let's say you're really, really fat in your belly and you're going to do 10,000 sit-ups a day, right? So you're going to get on the floor like this. I'll show you what you think you're going to do. You're going to get on the ground and you're going to do 1,000 of these every day, targeting your middle, right? So what you're going to do there is, yeah, you are going to grow muscle tissue around your trunk. You're going to target your sidewalls, your rectus spinae, and your rectus abdominis, and your transverse abdominis, and all the different areas of your abs. That simply won't cut it though, because to lose as much body fat as possible, you've got to grow as much muscle around your body as possible. Now, the big muscles that are responsible for boosting your metabolism high, and remember, your metabolism is largely governed on how much lean body mass you have. That's going to give you a bigger engine, which requires more fuel, right? So If you've got a big engine, so you've got big glutes, big quads, big hamstrings, big chest muscles, back muscles, whatever, your metabolic rate is higher because you've got more living tissue that needs feeding, okay? So if you're just targeting your abs and you're just crunching away all the time, you're missing out on all these large muscles that you can grow really, really big. Now, to get rid of belly fat, you're better off training the big muscles because they've got more potential for hypertrophy. So if I get loads of muscle mass in my bum, loads of muscle mass in my quadriceps, I can still train my abs. That's a very big muscle. The muscles in your back are very big, like your latissimus dorsi, for example. It goes all the way down there. If you grow as much muscle mass on your body as possible, your metabolic rate goes up and the fat around your middle will reduce. So technically, while you can't just spot reduce belly fat, if you want to target your belly fat, that's how to do it, not doing an abs blast or legs, bums and tums class. It's by doing things like this. So let me give you what you really, really want, right? This is what you want to know. How do I spot reduce belly fat? Okay, it's horrible. You would do something like an IMOM timer. So IMOM means every minute on the minute. Let's take 60 seconds, for example. So every 60 seconds on the 60 seconds, I'm gonna do 10 clean and press. So a massively metabolic movement. I'm taking a big weight up and down over a big distance, loads of calories expended, loads of muscles activated. I would then do squats, deep, full range, right down, nice and fast. After that, I might do a deadlift, for example, and I'd go round that for 30 minutes, 10 reps on each, every minute, on the minute, for 30 minutes. Your heart rate is going to go through the roof and you're going to target pretty much every muscle in your body. That's the way to get rid of body fat, not doing specific abdominal exercises or some fad that's in the media that has no research base in it at all. You need to get your diet in check. Click that link, we'll show you how to do that. It's right there. Johnny will insert it for us, he always does it. And big multi-muscle incorporating exercises done quickly, done frequently, that's how you do it, unfortunately. So the short answer is no, I can't use one exercise to target that. What I can do is combine this and this, which will eventually reduce this. To summarize, so there's absolutely no confusion about this at all. Pick exercises that are multi-muscle incorporating. Don't have too much rest in between sets because we want the cardiovascular response. We need to create that caloric deficit. You've got to get fit as well. If you are fat, if you are overly fat, chances are you're not very fit. I've never seen a really, really, really fit fat person, right? So we're trying to kill two birds with one stone here. The other thing is, if you're taking a Ozempic thinking that you're going to spot reduce belly fat, you're out of luck. It's not going to happen because you don't know anything about muscle hypertrophy, feeding muscles effectively, so you're not retarding muscle growth, okay? So you've got to do that. Again, we've put that link there for you. You can calculate your macros. We've given you the information for free. One more time, so there's absolutely no confusion on this whatsoever. The next video that we are going to make are going to be specific workouts so that you can get rid of your belly fat. So the upcoming video after this one, I'm going to give you 3 workouts that are so simple. You don't need that much equipment. You just need discipline and the diet that we've told you. You can follow this video and I promise you, if you have the discipline to do it, you will reduce the circumference of your waist. Therefore, you will live longer. Therefore, you will be happier and healthier than you ever thought you could be. Please click and like this video if you enjoyed it. It really, really does help. We do this because we love it, but we also do this because we want to do this on a massive scale for a living. So your help is really, really valued by us. So subscribe, leave us some comments, and thank you so much for watching this video.